Hey guys, what's up? I'm Captain Turbo and welcome to a new Let's Play. Welcome to Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls. And quickly before we begin, in case you're wondering what this game is exactly, Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls is the Game Boy Advance remake of Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2. And one second guys, because I'm having a little bit of trouble here. Joypad. Sorry guys, I thought this was already set up, but apparently it's not. Alright, that should be good enough. My apologies, I thought that was already taken care of earlier. But without further ado, let's begin. And in case you're wondering, for now we're just going to tackle the original Final Fantasy. The Beast area I might show off at some point in the future. Final Fantasy 2 is someday down the line, but I don't know when. But let's get started with Final Fantasy 1. I'm just going to turn the music up just a tad there for myself, because I can barely hear it. And we're beginning with a new game. Now, Final Fantasy 1 is very different in terms of Final Fantasy games because none of these characters have a character really, you know. There's also different character classes you can choose as well. For instance, you've got Warrior, obviously you can read it there, can use a wide array of weapons and armor. The Thief nimbly runs circles around opponents, also good for evading enemies in case you want to, you know, escape a battle. Excuse me. The Red Mage is good for both white and black magic, but he cannot use a couple of the spells, so, you know, think wisely. The Monk is a hard hitter, much like the Warrior, just doesn't have the health P. Basically, I can put the Monk as being a glass tank. Basically, he can dish out attacks, but he can't really take them all that well. White Mage, basically a healer and all that, and good for the undead opponents as well. And Black Mage deals really good good damage to all types of enemies. So here's what my lineup's going to be. I'm going to not use a Thief because I don't want to use a Thief. I'm going to use a Monk. But the White Mage and the Black Mage I'm going to keep, and the Warrior as well. And now we assign names to our characters. I have a basic. I checked my Game Boy Advance earlier because I do actually own a physical copy of this game. Just to see what I had in terms of names. And for the main warrior, we have the name Felix. This is the only time I'll change characters' names because you can't do this in future Final Fantasy games. But all those characters in Final Fantasy 2 through whatever, they all have set names already. But this is the one game that really doesn't. Character 2, since there's one in every game apart from this one, we're gonna add one here as well. Sid. White Mage, I believe I called Merlena. I don't think I can actually fit that, so I didn't call her that. What is it I call her now? Oh yeah, I remember now. Serena. No, that's not how you... I don't believe that's how you spell it correctly, but fuck it, it's Final Fantasy, who really cares? And the last one, the Black Mage, we're going to call Spyro. Obviously not like the dragon from the PlayStation games, but there we go, that is our team essentially. Begin game with this party? Yes, we will. And we begin the game I've been looking forward to playing since I started Let's Playing. The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds, they die. Or the winds die. The seas rage. And the earth decays. Yo, I'm gonna start with that. I can't do voiceovers very well. But yeah, the reason I'm doing this, you can read the texture styles, guys. The reason I'm doing this part is because the original on the NES, I have played, but I never completed. And to be honest, this one just looks prettier to look at, so... And it's also got a lot of tweaks and whatnot on the gameplay system, so... You know, I really wanted to play the game as in the best port that I know. As I said, I know there's like a PSP port, I know there's a PlayStation port, and I think this game's been ported about 8 or 9 times to this day. This is the one I'm most familiar with, and as you can see here, we get the overworld map. We got the map, and I'm trying to remember how you actually get the map up. Can't be that hard. Anyway, first things first, we're gonna head to the castle. We go here. Let's actually talk to some people, shall we? The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. But those crystals, could it be? Yes, because apparently we're carrying 4 crystals right now. We can't get to that guy from here. If we go over here, and I'm just going to change something up real quick. Configuration. Dash, but basically this puts you on a permanent dash, so you'll always move fast. Cursory, I don't need to change that. Mashy speed, select lower numbers for faster speed. Yeah, so I want it on the fastest there. But yeah, that should do very low. That should be fine for a setup. And yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, you can see here we're going a lot faster now. So go in this room. My sister. I want my sister. Just checking around, guys. It's not, you know, there's really not much to do here yet, so we're just gonna get on with it and head upstairs and head into the king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Yes, let us in, and we will talk to the king. As you can see here, oh, what the hell? I hope that didn't show up for you guys then. It's just as Lucan. I want to say Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. Yes, we're all prophesized to be great heroes and all that jazz. This game came out, obviously, I think most people know the story behind Final Fantasy. This was, I think, Shigeru Miyamoto's, if that's how you pronounce his name, last-ditch effort to save Square, or I think it was Squaresoft back in the day. And this was the game that was basically make or break the company, and I'll leave this text long enough for you guys to read, hopefully. And this was the last-ditch effort to keep Squaresoft in business, and it worked really well, but this game is very deprived of a big story, and the characters have no story to them whatsoever either, so... This game is very much a setting, not a setting, a practice for future games, if you want to call it that. You know, the game mechanics are absolutely perfect. I have absolutely, well, in this version anyway, the game plays very much as a very basic turn-based RPG, but it works well. It works in its favor. Yes, I don't think any of these guys have anything new to say. Actually, I just want to check something real quick. Yeah, we got some Gil. Gil obviously is this world's currency. Magic will do what it says there. I don't think any of my characters, even my mages, have got magic yet. So we're gonna head out here again, and now we're heading to Cornelia. An inn over here will actually restore your health. The shop with the sword on it is obviously a weapon shop. The one with the shield, obviously for defensive stuff like shields and other things like armor and everything. And talk to this girl here. Talk to this guy here. Here's a well. No, we can't climb into it apparently. And these two here is the white magic and the dark magic. Or white and black magic, or whatever. The one with the darker symbol on it, obviously the dark magic, the one with the light one here, as you can see there, didn't mean to go in the shop, is for the white magic. And over here, I believe this is supposed to be the church or the place to resurrect your fallen party members, because if you go to the inn, you'll just do nothing. It won't resurrect any characters that's fallen. And here we have the basic shop. But for now, I want to get some spells. So we'll go to the white magic shop first. As you can see here, Cure, Dire, Protect, and Blink all can only be used by the white mage. For now, we're just going to get Cure. And we'll also get Dire and Protect as well. So now my white mage can't use get any more white magic, because all 3 slots of level 1, which I'll go more into in a moment, are basically filled up to the brim. And I'm going to show you how. As you can see here, level 1 spells are Cure Now, Dire, and Protect. Level 2 are a slightly more powerful version of Cure, I think, or that might be level 3. And per each level, you can only buy 3 new spells. This really shouldn't be much of a problem, though. You really shouldn't have any issues with this whatsoever, because the game itself is pretty easy, that you shouldn't need to even fill out the entire magic use table, or whatever it's going to be called. But now we're going to deal for the Black Mage. Fire, Sleep, Focus, and Thunder. Yeah, we're going to use Fire and Thunder for now. I'm not going to bother with Sleep or Focus, so... I did buy that, didn't I? Yeah. And that leaves us with 250 gil. Not a lot to spend, really, but... let's see if we can get any upgrades for our weapons or anything like that. If you get an arrow like that pointing upwards that's green, that means you've got that weapon is better than the current weapon that's equipped to your character. I can never pronounce this correctly. Is it Nuntuku or Nunchuku? I call it the Nuntuku, but the nunchucks, or whatever you want to call them, the knife, the staff, the rapier or rapier, whatever, and the hammer. Bit of a waste of money, maybe. I'll get the nunchuck. And I'll also get that. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we can equip our Felix with the rapier. I guess rid of that. He's got a staff right now, but I'm gonna swap that out, obviously. Serena has a staff as well, and Spyro has a knife, but the staff is slightly better. Plus we got some stuff to sell there in the future if we ever want to. Let's go get some armor upgrades. Everyone has the clothes. These two can wear the leather armor, but only the warrior can wear the chain mail. So we'll get 1 chain mail and 1 leather armor. Okay, we'll just equip those real quick. Get rid of that. As you can see there, the defense has shot up from 1 to 15, so that's really good. As you can see here, defense would be 3 at the moment, but with the leather armor it becomes 6. The evasion does go down, but I'm really not bothered too much by the evasion thing, so that's pretty much everything here. Really nothing else to show. Maybe talk to a couple more townspeople, asking us to save the princess. Yeah, go this way. And now we can journey out into the world, and we have our first battle with a bunch of goblins. And this game is very, very easy. It just basically works on a turn-based system, as I said. It's very similar to Pokemon, if I could relate it to anything you may know. If you see my Pokemon in Yellow Let's Play, then you should be somewhat familiar with how this game works. Obviously, the more enemies you kill and more experience you get, the more you'll level up, and I believe you can max out. I don't know if it's level 99 or level 100. first off, we need to go up to the northwest. The goblins are pretty basic. I think they'll have like 10 HP before they're knocked out. And I'm getting a slight bit of sprites flickering there. I hope that doesn't show up on the recording too badly. And yeah guys, since this is another RPG, the parts are going to be around 20 to 30 minutes long, much like they were with Pokemon Yellow, so... Alright, Felix gained the level, his HP increased by 26, so that's a really big jump. His strength increased, his agility. Sid also gained the level, HP increased by 28, luck increased, which can be good for critical hits, and I believe item drops as well. Serena gained a level, HP increased, MP increased, which is your magic points, which is what you need to cast magic. Her intelligence increased, and the stamina increased. Spyro as well, only increased his HP by 1. Usually the black mages have the worst in terms of HP. Intelligence increased as well, so yeah, we're doing quite well. Well, we're doing quite well, we've just started. Also, the more you level up, you'll begin to gain more times you attack. You see there it says 1 hit. Eventually that'll increase to 2 hits, 3 hits, and 4 hits, and so on and so forth. And you'll basically cause more damage that way as well. Well, nothing else to say here. We're just killing goblins, and as I said earlier, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be level grinding off screen. Here is I believe it's a Game Boy Advance exclusive area. It's the Earthbound Shrine, I think that's said. If we go here, this is the Earthgift Shrine, sorry. Long ago, I think it means long ago, but okay. You could enter, but the way's been shut since the land began to decay. I'm just gonna save because can't remember what that does. Just make sure, yeah, I saved there. If we talk to him, the putrid stench of decaying earth hangs heavy on the air. And I can't go anywhere right now. I think I have to beat at least a couple of bosses before I can do anything here. Truth be told though, I've never actually done anything here, not even in the actual game, the actual physical copy that I own, so... I'm just showing you that this is exclusive to the Game Boy Advance. We go over here. Keep getting more goblins. There are a couple other enemies you can take on around here. Also, there is something to be said about the lineup of the team you have. The warrior is at the top, Felix, so he will be the one that most enemies will attack. Then Sid, then Serena, then Spyro. It's just the way it is. It's something to do with the percentage. I think Felix has a 50% chance of being the one they'll target, and then Sid has a 25%, I believe. And then I believe Serena has 15 and Spyro 10. I think that's how it goes anyway. Over here we have the first castle. I'm just going to make sure I've got some items real quick. And no, I did not stock up on any potions or anything. So we're just going to make our way down real quick. Obviously I'm fleshing this part out a little by doing all this. But we'll be taking on the first boss before we end this part, guys. Don't worry. You can flee, but I actually never flee from a battle bit in this game because, quite honestly put, I like getting the experience. Oh, it might be less than 10 HP these things have. And yeah, in case you were wondering about future Final Fantasy games I might be doing, probably to some point in the future. I have played it. Obviously, I own the game. Obviously, as I said, I own a physical copy of this game, so I do own that as well. I have completed it once, but I really don't like the leveling system in 2 very much. But I will probably still play it at some point in the future. In terms of other games into the Final Fantasy lineup, Final Fantasy IV for the DS, if I can get a working emulator. because again, it's the only version I have any experience with, and it does have some really good cutscenes in it. And again, if I ever manage to get a more powerful PC, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation. Other ones, I do own 5 and 6 as well, yes, physical copies of the Game Boy Advance, and another level up there, that's really good. I do own 5, 6 for the Game Boy Advance, never actually played through them yet though. I also own 9, which I haven't played. I have it off the, what am I doing here? Oh yeah. I haven't played it yet. I have it off PlayStation Network. I can get 8 of those, but I only want 4. Where's it? Oh yeah, I wanted to sleep in and some potions. But yeah, what was I saying? Just go here real quick. I may have screwed myself over a little bit there, but it's not too bad. We just have to do a small bit of grinding to get some money, guys, but that's it. I own Final Fantasy 9, as I was saying. Sorry, I was concentrating there on what I was doing, but I own Final Fantasy 9 for the PSP off PlayStation Network. I also own Final Fantasy 8, but I'm only about halfway through that at the moment. I am currently playing that, obviously in my own spare time and stuff, so... Actually, I've got some spare stuff in my inventory. I might be able to sell it. I can't remember how much you need to pay to get into the inn. Right, we have 2 knives. Oh, that's not very much, is it? 2 clothes. Right, we have 59 gil. I think that might be enough. Just want to get to the inn so we can restore our MP. Yeah, it's only 30 gil. As I said here, if you sleep in a one of the inns, you'll get a refill of your HP and your MP as well. So it's a fair deal actually, especially this early on in the game. I usually beat the first boss and then I get to the next place and I do some serious level grinding. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to defeat the boss and then I can't remember if the cutscene triggers right after that, but if it does, we'll watch the cutscene and then we'll end the part. So yeah, of the original Final Fantasy series, everything before 10, the only game I have no experience with is Final Fantasy 3. But again, I want to try and do all 9 of those games eventually. Everything after 9 though, no, I'm not bothered about. Which is strange because I didn't play Final Fantasy for the first time until this game. I believe there's some items over this way. Now we need to be careful here because we get new enemies, the skeletons. These things can actually be a pretty big pain in the ass. MP cost is actually pretty high. Actually, I'm not gonna bother trying to take these things on. Actually, well, sorry, I'm gonna try and take them on. I'm just not gonna try and do anything else to them because... Oh, that's not good. I hate it when that happens. Alright, we're gonna have to use it this time. Dire will work very well against undead enemies. Oh, and that's not very good. Paralysis. Can you see there? 33... And no, that doesn't have any lasting effects, so that's okay. Let's go over here, up, and we'll have our first boss battle of the game, which is Garland, the king.
Will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine.
I love that little exclamation mark.
Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well, I, Garland, will knock you all down.
And we get our first boss battle of the game. Magic Nothing I have here will really do much, so we'll use Protect on Felix and Magic here. I can't remember which one does more, but we're just going to use Fire for now. Love the music here as well. But well, it's a Final Fantasy game, that should go without saying, to be honest. Let's Protect Spiral there and use another Fire. Really easy boss fight as well. You don't even have to. You don't have to level up at all for this one, really. What we got? I don't think she has anything I'm gonna need, so let's use that cure as well. Let's try a thunder actually as well. $39. I can't remember which one did more. Yeah, this boss is an absolute joke, to be perfectly honest, guys. And there we go, guys. That's the boss defeated. As I said, a complete cakewalk. 250 gil, which is pretty good, and we get some level ups as well. All that and much more. But yeah, we got this little cutscene here. Sarah, I believe her name is. Princess Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Really? Really? That was the first time he's ever been defeated. Alright. You must have some pretty pathetic soldiers in your army, love. But yeah, I think we get the cutscene here. Yeah, let's just go straight to the cutscene, guys. We're actually close to 30 minutes as well, so as soon as this cutscene's done, it's time to end this part, I believe. But I thought we had the crystals. I'm a little confused. You're saying we... Then how did he know we were the prophesized ones? Oh wait. Sorry, I did not mean to trigger that cutscene either. Oh, thank you. Alright guys, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this part. Let's just check out. Everyone's at level 4, so we've actually made some pretty decent progress. I don't think I have anything else left to say. Oh, actually, I need to trigger one more event, I think. Because I do need to do one final thing. There's not really much point in doing it next episode, because I want to get it done this part. If... Yeah, that's it. This was the cutscene I wanted to trigger. We see the soldiers or the workmen, I don't know if they're both, if they have two jobs. Yes, we've got to speed up the process of fixing this bridge. This is going to be about a 30-minute part easily. If it goes a little bit over, then so be it. So it'll be a few, 2 or 3 minutes at most. But I want to get all this out of the way so I can get into the actual game. That is a good question. What does the prophecy have to do with the bridge? Or what does the bridge have to do with the prophecy, sorry. And yes, the Warriors of Light are coming, and we're just going to go around to that bridge and then end the part because it does trigger one final thing. And I don't mean a battle. Let's just take these things down real quickly, shall we? Yes, yes, yes. Keep fighting, keep fighting. Let's fighting love. Yes, yes, yes. All that good stuff. Alright, let's get on the bridge. And this triggers the final cutscene of the episode and what's technically the intro. Well, what I consider the intro to this game. I believe this piece known as Arpeggio or something like that. And so their quest began, and I cannot speed this text up, guys, I'm sorry. As the four warriors of light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. Oh my god, this is taking forever. They did not even know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once long ago held a light that shone so brilliantly. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into the light. Do love this music piece though, especially this remix of it. In which that's quite kind of strange because the Game Boy Advance didn't really have a great sound software in it. And that brings up the title screen. Didn't we see that earlier? I'm confused. But yeah, that takes the last part. Guys, it's time to end this part off. We're about 30 minutes in. Next part, we'll head out to the east. But until then, guys, I'm gonna go level up. Wish you all a good night. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.